Hello, Merry Christmas Eve, Happy Holidays. I hope that wherever you are having a wonderful, warm, and safe holiday season filled with lots of love from your family and friends and lots of delicious food. I'm going to take just like 5 minutes of your time and then I'll send you right back to drinking eggnog. But I have a couple of very important announcements. The first one, the most important one, is that Tommy Rhodes, this Tommy Rhodes, the musical that I wrote, is getting a cast album, and it's coming out on December 28th, and I literally could not be more excited. And even more exciting, the first single is out now. It's literally out right now. Look, oh, what? This is it. It's on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. You can go listen to this song right now. I'm Not Wearing Black from Tommy Rhodes, featuring the incredible Gillian Robinson. She's amazing. Pipes of Steel. And the full album, 18 songs, drops on December 28th at midnight on Apple Music, on Spotify. Anywhere you get your music, it will be there. And I am over the moon excited. It sounds so good, you guys. It has been captured beautifully. We went just with piano only and the vocals, so it's all of the music in its purest form. I'm so proud of this score. It's the best thing I've ever written, hands down. I think that the album captures it so well, heightens it, elevates it, and I also think it really gets across the story, which is such an interesting story. If you don't know the musical, I've been talking about it a lot on this channel, but if you don't know about it, it's loosely inspired by a true mystery, the true mystery of Bobby Dunbar, and it's a really fascinating story. And I think this cast album it captures that story in a way that I'm so proud of. I'm so excited for it to be out in the world and for you to listen to it. If you want to listen to it with me, you can do that. I'm doing a live album premiere right here on YouTube. So come, let's hang out at midnight on December 28th Eastern Time, or like 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time on December 27th. Come hang out with me. I'll go through each track, talk about it. We'll listen to it together when the album drops, if you feel like staying up late, or if you live somewhere like Australia. Another exciting update. If you've been following the channel for a while, you will know that I often teach classes over at thebroadwaymaven.com. Here's thebroadwaymaven.com. Ta-da! There's David. He runs thebroadwaymaven.com. It's a kind of hotspot for Broadway appreciation. So they do classes, they have a newsletter, they have a YouTube channel, all to help people understand Broadway on a deeper level. And David often hires me to teach music theory classes, and this year is going to be no exception, starting with Broadway Maven Rush Week the first week of January. So Rush Week is free classes every single day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I will be there for all of them, sharing a little bit about the music theory behind each one of the shows, except for Waitress. I'm not there for Waitress. But all the other ones, I'm sharing a little bit about the music theory behind the shows. I hope you will join us. They're all free. There's classes every day, and we repeat classes at noon and then also at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So no matter when your schedule is, hopefully you will be able to find a time that works for you. Come join us. Totally free. Broadway Maven Rush Week. Check it out. Link in the description. thebroadwaymaven.com. Okay, those are my big updates. Cast album, Broadway Maven Rush Week. Now let's do a little talk about 2024. 2024 was a huge year of growth for me. I think in 2023, I said, oh my God, 2023 was a big year of growth for me, my biggest year of growth ever. But 2024 was even more so, I think. I ended a relationship which was difficult, but was emblematic, I think, of a lot of that growth. I had a reading of my show, The Opening, a show that I worked on with my collaborator, Brooke DeSpirito. Got a reading at the Dramatists Guild in New York City. I got to go down to Broadway Con to interview Tom Kitt, Lawrence O'Keefe, and Nell Benjamin, 3 writers I have looked up to for so long. Tommy Rhodes happened, the world premiere in Toronto, and then now a cast album available on December 28th, wherever you get your music. And I music directed a workshop of a new show called Brown Eyes, which is a hip-hop, futuristic, dystopian retelling of the musical Ragtime. I worked on a lot of small writing projects here and there. I really feel like I've found my path. This time last year, I was thinking about leaving acting, and I made the decision to stop focusing on being an actor as of 2024 and focus on where I feel my strengths really lie, which is in writing and music directing and creating YouTube videos. And I've done that, and it's amazing how doors just fly open when you find the thing that you can do where you're offering something to somebody else. You know, I feel like as an actor, acting was always very fun for me, but I never felt like other people got any sort of gift from watching me act. It was usually just me who was enjoying it, because I was never that great at it. I got to a point where I was okay, but I was never one of the best, you know? With writing, I feel like the songs that I've written have touched people and moved people so much more than I was ever able to touch and move people as an actor. And I think that that's the biggest sign to me that I'm on the right path. And so in 2025, I really, really, really want to double down and focus on writing. Which brings us to 2025. So let's talk a little bit about what my plans are for 2025. I have two major life events that are happening in 2025. I call them life events. They are, you know, musical theater related projects, but that's my life. So the first one is that I'm music directing the Canadian regional premiere of Bring It On the Musical at the Globe Theatre in Regina, Saskatchewan. I literally cannot wait. I went last week to visit the space in Saskatchewan, and it is incredible. It's one of the only theaters in the round in Canada. I don't think Bring It On has ever been produced in the round before, so it's going to be really cool if you find yourself in Saskatchewan from May to June 2025. Come check us out. I'll be there shredding the keys in the band. The other thing is that in September of next year, barring some major immigration disaster, so, you know, knock on wood for that, but if all goes well, I will be moving to New York City to join the BMI Lehman Engel Workshop, which is an incredible incubator for young musical theater writers. I'm so honored and excited to join this age-old history of the BMI Lehman Engel Workshop. They go way back to the 1960s, and the list of alumni is like incredibly star-studded. So I'm super, super humbled and excited to get to participate in it starting in September. So those are the two main big things that I know are on my calendar for 2025. Around those things, I have a few projects I want to explore. A little while ago, I did a live stream of myself arranging an a cappella version of The Sound of Music, and I really loved doing that. That was really, really fun for me. And I've made a few more little, you know, creative arrangements of different Broadway tunes that I want to put all together on an album somewhere. As always, the people over at Patreon get to hear it first as I'm working on it. So that's something that is going to be kind of, you know, percolating in the background. Something else is my pop album. I've been writing a bunch of pop songs just for the sake of it and to get better at writing music on the computer, on Logic. And so again, the people over at Patreon have already heard a number of songs from that album. So that's also going to be percolating in the background. But I've spent so much time making music on the computer, making music on Logic, and I've found that's really amazing. It's a really exciting creative landscape, I find, and that's how most pop music is made these days, but musical theater still hasn't quite caught up yet. And I'm really fascinated about what it means to write a musical on the computer, entirely using, you know, Logic. So I'm going to do that. And like I live streamed my Sound of Music a cappella arrangement, the whole creation process, I'm going to write a musical entirely on live stream, entirely on Logic. That's what I'm doing in 2025 here on this channel. So I will probably start by doing 2 days a week, Tuesday and Thursday. If it goes well, then I might add some more days to that. So I'll probably do like 4 p.m. Eastern time. Stay tuned for the details. But starting next year, starting in January of 2025, I'll be writing a musical entirely on live stream. My idea for the musical right now is a sort of musical fable, loosely inspired by recent events, where a titan of some kind, a very, very rich person or creature of some kind, is slain by a criminal of some kind. And some people deify this criminal and make him into a hero. But some people want to give that criminal the punishment of death for committing murder. And there's this very interesting conversation to be had about who gets to decide who lives and who dies. I'm very drawn to morally gray stories. So this recently relevant idea has really captured my imagination, and I'm really interested in exploring it in a kind of fantastical way. So that's what the musical is going to be about. I'm tentatively titling it Playing God. So there you go. That's something to look forward to in 2025. Go have your Christmas Eve dinner. I love you all so much. Thank you for being on this journey with me through 2024. I hope you join me on 2025, and I hope you stream the Tommy Rhodes cast album, which is available December 28th. Woo! All right. Peace out, everybody. See you soon.